Hello and welcome to Straight Talk, Supply Chain Insights, the podcast for your supply chain leader who is on the go and wants to be in the know. And now, your host, Laura Ciceri.
My name is Laura Ciceri. I'm the founder of Supply Chain Insights, and I'm recording for the digital showcase for the upcoming Supply Chain Insights Global Summit. Today, I'm excited to talk to Piet Buyck, and Piet is the founder of a new company called Garvis, which I'm very excited about. Piet, it's great to have you back in the space. I know that you left a little bit after Terra Technology, but for those that don't know you, can you give a little bit of background about yourself?
First of all, thank you, Laura, I'm very happy to be part of this talk. I've been in supply chain for quite a long time. I'm born in Belgium and worked at different sides of the supply chain, as well in retail and development, but also sales and general management positions. In the last 10 years, like you said, I worked at Terra Technology, so the first generation of demand sensing environment. Yeah.
And now you have a new company that you're the founder and CEO of, and it's called Garvis. So tell the group a little bit about what your mission is and about this new startup.
That Garvis basically picks up, where Terra stopped, in the sense that we saw the magnificent results of demand sensing, reduction of error with 30 to 40%, but it was black box. And that meant there is also next to an accuracy challenge in demand planning. There is also a satisfaction, or call it trust element. Does the planner trust the environment? And so we wanted to make artificial intelligence, what basically was the foundation of demand sensing, accessible for planners and understandable. So it was really like an untrodden road, we would say, so we had to start from scratch there. And one other thing that we really wanted to achieve was that if you look at the solution sets or the environments, planners are a lot dependent on IT, and that makes a selection for them, or management who looks more at the dashboard. So how can we make implementation so as easy as possible, basically no implementation? And this was the challenge for Garvis, and that's what we tried to create.
I do a blog each year for Valentine's Day, and it's called Give Your Demand Planner Some Love. And, the demand planning role is a tough role, and most of the processes are inside out based upon shipments and orders. And we've been writing a long time. I've probably known you about 15 years, so we've been in the space a while. It's exciting to have a new player. So how do you see Supply Chain 2030? What do you think will happen, and what do you think demand planning will look like then?
If you pardon me, I would like to come back very quickly to the role of the demand planner. I think in 2030, the demand planner will be the chief demand planner. And so it will be a C role, because you need a captain on the ship to navigate your organization through all the changes that go right now. And it has to be more than strategy. It has to be really understand the facts and how they relate to events that happen, that need to be done in the organization. So that will be a new role. And one of our goals of our company is to bring that role. But I don't think there is more change possible than happened this year or the year before. You just think of, we had a pandemic, we had a war, we had material shortages. So I think you will have also in 2030 the acceptance, that a very changing world is the norm, and ecology will come there. And so a lot of nearshoring will happen. The digital footprint, the real or the painted one, will be very important. And people will see this, so this whole way, in combination with digitalization, this will create all new business models where you have to understand the facts, and then, of course, from my point of view, understand what impact it has on your business.
Well, and that's a big change from what demand planning has been, right? Because I have companies that have hundreds of demand planners, and they're very focused on orders and shipments and getting very precise on imprecise data that's out of step with the market. So what do you think it's going to take to be successful against that vision?
It's a finite problem, luckily, in the sense that what we need to find is a way, and what we're doing is to translate external events into impact. And starting with what you say, the people have to look at the orders and do they understand the patterns? Can they mine the history? As a word I think comes from you, I think. So what happened in the past, what influenced it, and then being able to track, and therefore you need the help of AI, but in combination with human judgment to say, oh, I think this is going to impact the demand, and not expect that when you notice these impacts, that because somebody else says something different, that something different will happen. So understanding the impacts and really use them and navigate around it and then see how it changes and then let it impact again.
Well, I look forward to seeing you and your team at the conference. And if people want to talk about demand sensing and AI and the future role of demand planning, you're a good person to talk to. So safe travels, and we'll see you in Washington.
Yeah, looking forward to that, Laura, and to talk to your community. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye now.
Bye.